Hello and welcome to another episode of the Otaku Experience, the anime non-news show where we talk about the current goings-on in the anime and manga industry with our very uneducated opinions. I am once again your host, Israel King. Now listen, guys, I gotta be honest with you. Today's not my day. It's not my week, okay? I am doing other stuff. I don't have time to make the graphics for today's episode. So we're gonna kind of go back to kind of how things were for a while, and we're just gonna kind of react to the stories together. I've already gone through my news app thing that I use that compiles all the major news sources together, and we're gonna do it, I guess, this way. Yeah, I guess we'll see what's going on here. You guys notice anything different about my room? Yeah, it's clean. All right, there we go. That's anyways. Okay, so this is really awkward. Okay, so 2.5 Dimensional Seduction premieres in 2024, releases new key visual and preview trailer. Now, I don't know anything about this. I just looked up the name to see if this was a popular pre-existing thing, and it seems like it was at least decently popular. And so we have this now here that we're gonna talk about. And so we have this. Okay, so the previously get out of here. Okay, the previously announced. Let me zoom in a bit. Hang on, wait. There we go. Y'all can't even see that. This is garbage. Hello, anime trending. You want to do your thing better? Okay, the previously announced 2.5 Dimensional Seduction anime series is set to premiere in 2024. The production team also revealed a new key visual, preview trailer, main voice cast, and some production staff members. Okay, let's see what's going on in here. I don't want to get copyrighted for nothing. All right, let's see. No audio. Maybe just a little bit. That's it. That's all you get. Oh, this is gonna be a great episode. Okay. The animation looks fine. What's this about though? Huh? Hang on. Wait. Wait. Guys. Hold on. What's going on? Okay. The voice cast. Give me a synopsis. I don't care about any of this. Who is this? Okay, here we go. 7 Seas Entertainment. Look at this art right here. That's crazy. Look at their eyes. 7 Seas Entertainment releases the manga series in English and describes the synopsis as I have no interest in real girls. So claim. Yo, bro, I know like half of y'all minimum resonated with this. You were like, no, 2D women only. All right. I have no interest in real girls, so claims Okumura, the president of the school's manga club. He's your typical otaku, obsessed with a sexy, fictional 2D manga character known as Liliel. Then the new school year starts, and a real 3D girl named Lilisa, whose passion is cosplay, joins the club. Lilisa convinces Okumura to become her photographer. And guess who her favorite manga character is? Not only that, but Lilisa is into modeling the fetishy stuff. The boundaries between 2D and 3D start to blur as this hot-blooded romantic comedy unfolds. This sounds like, I'm going to be honest with you guys, this sounds utterly mid, bro. Like, I've no interest in this. Like, I saw the trailer, and I was like, oh, yo, maybe this ain't going to be so bad. But then, that synopsis didn't mean no favors. Okay. I mean, I guess, maybe. Who's to say? All right. Moving on to the next story. We have there's a Bruce Lee anime coming out. I don't know if you guys knew about this. It's called House of Lee, and so we have this here. This comes to us from CBR. And it says, the hard-hitting first teaser for House of Lee gives fans a look at the anime based around martial artist Bruce Lee, created by his daughter, Shannon. And then here's an image, of course. House of Lee, an anime about martial arts. Legend Bruce Lee released its first teaser. And I guess let's check out this teaser first. Introducing House of Lee. Ooh. I don't want to get copyrighted. But I like the retro style animation. This is fun. Oh yeah. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Is this going to be I guess we'll read the synopsis, but is this it looks like it's going to be more of a I guess fictional tale rather than a straight up like like recreation of his life, I guess, is a way to say it. The series is created by Shannon Lee, daughter of Bruce, who has become popular in her own right. Anime is an amazing medium for telling a truly creative story where Bruce Lee can be Bruce Lee, she said of the project. I'm so excited for the possibilities for action, fantasy, history, culture, and creativity within this medium. Shannon chose to partner with Shibuya for House of Lee based on the company's previous animated short, White Rabbit. I love Emily and Shibuya's perspective, she explained. They are such creative, hardworking, skilled artists with an amazing brand. I just knew that they would be perfect collaborators. The organic way it all came together spoke volumes of our potential collaboration, and it's been great. That's fun. That's really interesting. And then I guess there's a little more here, but I guess they don't really have like a full-on synopsis for any of this here. Yeah, this sounds fun. I don't know exactly what this is. It looks like just based on the trailer, and that could be like just a fake teaser trailer to get you like into like I guess the brand of it or like the feel and the tone. But it struck me as like possibly this could be like a almost like a, did you guys see the Weird Al movie last year? If you did, basically it was like this dramatization of Weird Al's life where like so much stuff that didn't happen happened, but you can tell it was made with like a bunch of like love and passion and things like that. And so it worked. And I wonder if that's going to be the same thing here, where in the trailer here, it looks like he's literally fighting a dragon right here. And so I don't know if that's going to be like an actual thing that happens in the show or if that's just something that's in the trailer. But either way, I thought that was pretty nifty. I thought that was pretty cool, actually. So I will definitely be checking that out. I don't see a release date other than 2024, and so I guess we'll have to look at that then. We do have a Attack on Titan story. Attack on Titan, obviously, one of the most popular anime of all time. In my opinion, one of the greatest anime of all time, and I don't think that's necessarily a hot take. But the final chapters have been coming out lately because they've divided this final season into the past 57 years. At least that's what it feels like. And we got the first chapter of the final season. We got the first of the final chapters of the final season back in, was it January, I want to say? And then we're getting the next one, I believe, in October. And so we got still a few months before this series is over. Goodness gracious. Watch this final chapter, not even like end it, and then they'll be like, and now the movie coming next year, baby. Let's go. They just keep milking it. And I guess as long as they milk it, people will still be there. I mean, I don't know. Who's to say? But this is something funny. This would have been in the Goofy Woofy anime community, but we don't have that this week because I'm dumb. Okay, so it says Attack on Titan creator leans into horror with new sketch. So Attack on Titan creator Hajime Isayama delivered a chilling new sketch with a meta twist. When it comes to the landscape of modern manga, Attack on Titan is a name that continues, yada. Okay, so here's the twist. Okay, so here's the image. Here's the image by Isayama. As you can see, it is Attack on Titan characters. Like, that's Reiner. That's Aaron. That's, what's his name? It starts with a B, I think. Anyways, so these are Attack on Titan characters, obviously, and they're running for their lives. And then who's the Titan up in the back? That is an animated version of Hajime Isayama, the author. And it's really cool because this kind of talks about basically, like, I guess how he may have felt during the process of writing it, where it's like he's like the one terrorizing these characters, or like putting them into like these really terrifying situations. I don't know. I just think it's pretty funny. I've seen some people being like, "Oh my gosh, maybe it's like a scary thing, or it's like maybe it's like a bad mental health thing." It doesn't strike me that way. It struck me more as just kind of like it's over. We're gonna we're gonna kill the characters. That's kind of what it struck me as, and I think they said something like that here on this website on CBR as well. The self-portrait was not just a stroke of artistic brilliance, but also a symbolic reflection of Isayama's relationship with his characters. For over a decade, he meticulously crafted a narrative filled with horror, death, betrayals, tormenting his characters in a way that resonated with readers and viewers alike. The new sketch, therefore, served as a meta-commentary on this complex relationship. So yeah, basically exactly what I was saying. I don't know. I really like that. As a writer myself, I look forward to hopefully creating a work that can, have that type of meta commentary when it's wrapping up. I think that'll be really funny. But I don't know. I think that's pretty funny of Isayama to do. I don't think it's like super duper crazy as a lot of people might be thinking. And I don't know if that's a majority of opinion, but I did see it, and so I was like just wondering what the heck was going on there. Next we had, did my browser just crash? I think it did. Hang on. Okay, here we go. Why is my browser crashing? Hello? That's weird. But anyways, I guess I'll have to look into that. We have another story, and this is, so this is Zom 100, Bucket List of the Dead. Episode 6 was delayed due to the World Athletes Championship. Now, honestly, I don't care. I don't even know what this is. What is, let's just look it up. What is the World Athletics? I can't even read. Athletics Championship. Hang on. Let me look this up. Stop it. The World Athletics Championship is a biennial athletics organization created by World Athletics alongside the Olympic Games, represent the highest level of championship of seniors. Oh, so it's just watered down Olympics. Oh, okay, got it. Anyways, coming back to this, looks like they're just not really any big news here, but they're just delaying the episode from when it was supposed to come out on August 20th, which would be, I believe, Sunday. And that's instead going to come out the next week, the following week. So there you go. If you're watching Zom, I'm not fully caught up, so I don't know if this applies to me unless I was going to binge it this weekend, which maybe I will now. Who's to say? But if you're watching weekly and you are fully caught up, just so FYI, now you know that it's going to be a little behind this week. And so that's interesting. One thing about Zom real quick is like Zom has been just taking over everything, and it's been insane. But then we have this. We have so The Boy and the Heron is something we've been talking about for a while now, and it's been ridiculous because I've been crying about it. But that's what I've been crying about is not something that we're going to talk about just yet. That we will talk about it later. But I've been mainly crying about the fact that there's no marketing. And that's all I'll say about that until later. But we did get this. So The Boy and the Heron, we have more box office updates for this. Sells over $4.12 million, or 4.12 million tickets, earned 6.235 billion yen. So Hayao Miyazaki's latest feature film, The Boy and the Heron, has sold over 4.1 million tickets and earned over 6.2 billion yen, about $42.8 million as of Monday, which I believe would be its 5th week. So if I can look this up real quick over here, Box Office Mojo. I just want to see, because I know we were talking about it last week. I'm going to open it up and compare it to how Suzume was doing in Japan in its 5th week, because we talked about that last week and how it was still a little bit behind. So in Suzume's 5th week, it was at 62.9 million. Okay, let's check about the first Slam Dunk. We did this last week. We checked compared to between those two as well last week, and so I figured we'll just keep doing that because it's a nice, like, I guess, kind of marker to see where this is doing. It did over here. Okay, it's done. Or the first Slam Dunk in its 5th weekend was at 47. Okay, 47, which is a little more. So this was actually pacing above the first Slam Dunk last week. In its 4th week, it was pacing above, But now in its 5th week, it's pacing under, which is really, really interesting. So I wonder if maybe just everybody's gone to see it, or maybe now that like maybe it was just like a dead week or something, and people will come back more next week, or maybe a new film got put in theaters that kind of took away a lot of the buzz from How Do You Live, and we will see that audience come back next week. But here it is. We have, yeah. So it talks about when it opened and things like that. So it's still doing fine. It's doing fine for what it is. The fact that there was no marketing for this, and it was is just really. I've complained enough about it. It's just really dumb. I don't understand it. Then we have this. This is why I was crying. Okay? Get ready for it, guys. Get ready. CBR is being difficult. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Bam. The Boy and the Heron drops first official look at Hayao Miyazaki's final film. Oh my gosh. Much to the fans, I don't care about any of this. Let's just, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. First official look at Hayao Miyazaki's The Boy and the Heron. Guys, we have images. Guys, it's real. The Boy and the Heron is real. It exists. We can watch it. It's a movie. It's a movie. Guys, it's a movie that exists. All right, so we have some images. And it obviously it looks like a Ghibli movie, but like all we had was that freaking poster for so long. I'm so glad we can actually like kind of see what some of this stuff is actually going to look like in the movie itself. Like this looks good, bro. I mean, I don't know what we expected as freaking Ghibli. Of course, it's going to look great. But yeah, and then there was this really cool guy who tweeted this the other day, who said, "Oh my gosh, guys, it's happening. I manifested this." So I guess this guy, whoever this is, this really cool person, they seem really, really cool. I guess this really cool person was able to manifest this. I'll go ahead and give this a like. I'm really happy, guys. I'm really happy about this. I've been so excited to see it. Ooh, there's more pictures. Hold on, guys. I haven't seen these. Everybody shut up. Okay. Ooh, more image, bro. Why have they not marketed this? What are they doing? Dude, Ghibli. Gosh, clown behavior. Gosh, but at least they're kind of figuring it out now that, hey, maybe we should actually market this, guys. Guys, maybe it might be a good idea to market the movie. I mean, guys, I'm just spitting some ideas out here, but what if it was a good idea to market the movie? Who's to say? So thank you, Ghibli, for doing that. Look at how happy he is. That's how happy I am, too. All right. Dude, thank the Lord. It looks great. I hope to see a trailer. I hope to see some of the stuff in motion with some music and some voice acting. It's going to be great. We also got first looks at something else, or I guess not necessarily a first look, because I do believe we had images in the past, but it would be the Scott Pilgrim anime that is coming out based on the movie, or at least following up on the movie. It's bringing back the actors from the movie to do like the English voices. And so we got an official trailer. So we got this. Here we go. That's probably copyrighted. We're not going to listen to that. But I'll just say, like, as this is playing, it looks really good, guys. Like, this looks really, guys, I'm not just playing this up. This looks fantastic. In terms of animation, bro, wow. I don't think any one of us expected it to look this utterly creative. Now, I do believe that, I could be wrong, but I do believe that Scott Pilgrim is based on a pre-existing manga, I believe. And so maybe this art style is coming directly from that. Indeed it is. Yeah, I'm so smart. But yeah, okay. So this is coming directly from that. And then, okay, cool. Yeah, it looks like a great recreation, like moving image of this. So that looks great. The sound is all there. Dude, this looks so creative. I'm getting like Mob Psycho vibes from this. And I mean like first season, second season Mob Psycho, because I didn't really like the third season. But those where it's like that create like just from the animation, because like the movie gives not necessarily a different vibe, but it's definitely not this vibe, because this is full on anime, and so you get a totally different thing when you have that Japanese influence on it. And I think this looks great. Is there a synopsis of what we can see, or is this going to be more like anthology episodes? The franchise started at 6 black and white volumes, yada yada yada. Part time, okay. So nothing really. Because I wonder, is this going to be like a take, like, because it has the same actors, is this going to be like a direct, almost sequel to the movie, and take place after that, and actually have like a narrative and plot thrust going forward, or is it just going to be like fun episodes that are kind of standalone? Either is fine. I would just like to know in advance, because all I gotta say, man, dude, look at this animation. I can't be the only one who's like, bro. Like, I like how it says Crash and stuff. And I haven't read the manga, so I don't know if like they keep this stuff in there as well. But dude, oh man, I love seeing different art styles in anime. I get so tired of seeing the same old art styles all the time. Not because it's like bad, but it's just like I would like to see like new things. But either way, that looks great. We also have another trailer, this time for Blue Lock. They're doing the Blue Lock movie, if you guys remember. And so we got the trailer and the first visual and I believe a synopsis for the Blue Lock Nagi movie. So that's this here. And I guess let's read the synopsis first. Is this the manga? Oh, this is okay. So this is just the manga, but they say up here this is a just from Nagi's point of view. So if you guys haven't watched Blue Lock is basically like this anime that, and also the manga, but it has to do with basically Japan sucks at soccer, and so they're like, "Yo, we need y'all to like get on the world stage and become like the greatest soccer team ever." All right, and the only way to do that is by entering this thing called Blue Lock, which is going to push you to your limits, and it's going to force you to become the best that you can be. And then the trade-off for that is like by going through this rigorous training, if you're knocked out, basically, I believe you lose the ability to ever try out for your country's national team. But if you win Blue Lock, you automatically are put on the team. And so it's kind of like that. And so you kind of have like these really dramatic episodes. It's hilarious how crazy it is. That like just has to do with like the soccer stuff. And I guess we'll see some of that here, because I'm sure they'll show some of that soccer in here. But yeah, it looks the same. Yeah, just look how intense this is for no reason. So I guess some of this will probably be a prequel, and we'll deal with that. So really just a teaser, nothing much here, just kind of a 30-second teaser there. And that's always fun. So yeah, I'll definitely be checking this out. It's coming out in spring 2024 in Japan, which means that we're probably going to get this in the fall of 2024. So it'll be a while. And I believe we're probably also going to be getting a second season of Blue Lock sometime as well in 2024 or in early 2025. And so we'll get to see how that pans out there. But that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool as well. Then we got some live action One Piece posters. We actually got some stuff here. This is going to be real quick. So we got a Luffy poster, or Luffy, I guess is how it's pronounced. Whenever I read it, because I read the manga, whenever I read it, I read it as Luffy. But I guess it's Luffy. Then there's Zoro. And there's Nami. Then there's Usopp. Sanji. Look at his hair. That's insane, dude. I love how they're leaning into like the anime ridiculousness of this. It's gonna be so freaking cool. I'm getting more and more excited every time I see something. I'm getting more and more excited, and I honestly just can't wait to see it. I've done like a 180 on this show before it came out. Then we had this. Okay, so we talked about how The Boy and the Heron is going to be performing, or not performing, I guess, but premiering at the Toronto International Film Festival in later this year. And that's kind of what struck me as this really aggressive awards push to get it to be nominated for like Best Animated Feature at the Oscars and things like that. Well, it looks like they're not stopping there, and they're going to keep going with this. and it's now going to go to another film festival, that being the New York Film Festival. So we have this. The New York Film Festival, NIF, I don't know, announced on Thursday that this year's event will screen the U.S. premiere of Hayao Miyazaki's latest feature film, The Boy and the Heron, as an official selection in the Spotlight selection. Oh, yeah, great for using selection twice in the same sentence. 61st New York Film Festival will take place from September 29th to October 15th. The film opens simultaneously, and then they talk about the release there and how much it's made. The film will have its international premiere at the Toronto International Film Festival as the event's opening film on September 7th. So it looks like it's still going to be the first premiere ever outside of Japan is going to be the Toronto International Film Festival, which is in about 20 days or so. And then this is going to be in a little over a month that we see it at New York. And so I assume with that is when we're probably going to get the trailer. I would assume we're going to get the trailer either A, with Toronto. If we don't get it then, we're going to get it with New York. And then that official marketing will be pushed because I know we're getting it, I believe, in America, an American IMAX release. I believe we're getting that either late November or December, somewhere around there. I saw headlines of that floating around, but we haven't gotten an official straight up, like, this is the day it's coming out, just more of like a seasonal type thing. And then we have one last thing, guys, before we get into the rankings this week, and that would be Eiichiro Oda gave advice to Netflix and everybody working on the Netflix live-action One Piece show. And he gave them a bunch of instructions and advice, and it looks like Japan has taken that, and as they say here, immortalized his instructions and put it in a giant mural. And so this would have been in the Goofy Woofy anime community. I don't think it's goofy, but I think it's just like a fun community thing that they did. And I wish we got like a full image here, but looks like they don't have it. An unofficial One Piece news translator who goes by the username Sandman on X, formerly Twitter, showcased photos of the mural on their page along with their rough translation. Among other things, Oda implores the showrunners to believe in the story and not become too concerned with technical aspects like film technique. He also expresses his excitement for the project, stating that it has turned out many times better than he originally thought it would. I was surprised that my Luffy, whom I thought did not exist, exists in this world. It created an impression that only live action can do, Oda said. And so I'm going to look up this person on X and see if I can find this post. But as I'm doing that, I guess I'll kind of talk about this. I really like this. I like what he's saying about this. I really like that he's, being like, yeah, dude, just believe in the story, Okay, I think I found some of the murals. Oda's One Piece messages. I thought they said they translated it. I found some images, but I thought they said they translated them. Okay, here we go. Okay, so here's one on X. Oda's message is currently displayed in Shibuya, Tokyo, and it says, I read a draft of One Piece Netflix TV drama in September 2021. I can't call it something entertaining. I can't call something entertaining if it isn't entertaining. So I guess what he's saying is, like, when I tell you this is good, it's good, bro. I hit my mic. Anyways, then there's another one here that says, Oda's wall of messages to Netflix TV drama are displayed in Japan. Here's my translation. The requirement for choosing a Straw Hat crewmate is not strength. Luffy knows what is important. I used to think it was impossible to make a live action, but with today's technology, it can be done. We must express the cruelty of the wide ocean. We just have to aim for an unprecedented blockbuster hit, believe in the story, focus on whether it is interesting rather than on film technique. There's a trust between me and my fans, and I can't lie to them. You can't call something interesting if it isn't interesting. It lacks power and interest. It's not inspiring at all because it's not well prepared. First-time viewers won't find it appealing as it is now. There could be I guess they mean that could be the worst case scenario. It's very interesting, but you can make it more interesting. Words with no sense of will are unnecessary. The action is much more powerful. I'm glad the staff understands the characters. The TV drama is becoming good enough to be released to the public. It is many times better than I imagined. I was surprised that my Luffy, whom I thought did not exist, exists in this world. It created an impression that only live action could do. And I'm happy to see the love for One Piece scattered in every corner of the screen. So I guess this really bodes well. I guess what he's saying is basically the passion in this is palpable. Like, bro, you can taste it. It's there, and it's like this is gonna be a faithful adaptation with so much passion in it. And I know some people might freak out a little bit, saying like throw film technique out of the way, or don't like worry about that as your biggest priority, and just focus on if the story's interesting. And to an extent, I would agree with that. I think just because of how crazy, and I mean that in the best way possible, just how different Japanese culture is, and their style of storytelling is, it can be really tempting to try to I guess tone it down from how, over the top it is, just to make it fit into kind of the box that is like, I guess, stereotypical Hollywood filmmaking, and to try to like ground it down and make it more serious, or to make it more believable. I mean, we saw them do that with things like Death Note, for example. Death Note is almost completely unrecognizable other than in name only and like Ryuk, to what the Japanese story is, simply because they were like, we have to change it or else the Western audiences won't accept it. And it seems like Oda's basically saying that he made it clear to them it has to be authentic. The viewers will be able to tell. He even says there, I have a good relationship with my fans and I can't lie to them. And that really bodes well. And I'm just getting more and more excited to see this as time goes on. And I honestly am at the point where I can't wait to watch this. We had 2 weeks, baby, and then we'll see what happens. But that being said, guys, we're going to move on into the anime rankings here. And we have this. So this is the Annie Trends one, and it's My Happy Marriage, who spent 2 weeks at number one. This is insane. My sister, I caught her watching this the other day. I was at my parents', and she still lives there because she's still younger than me. And she was like on her iPad, and she was watching My Happy Marriage. I was like, "Oh, you're watching that?" One thing that I thought was surprising was she was watching it on Netflix, and I thought it was on Crunchyroll, which I know it is on Crunchyroll, but I'm surprised that it's also on Netflix. But anyways. At number 2, we have Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation Season 2, which went up 2 spots to number 2. And I'll be honest, this is still my anime of the season. This season has been so much better than the first season. What happened? This is what I wanted the entire time, and it's been so good. And the fact that some people think that it hasn't been as good is just baffling to me. Haremia, The Missing Pieces, goes up 5 spots to number 3. Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 went down 1 spot to number 4. Dark Gathering went up 4 spots to number 5. The Girl I Like Forgot Her Glasses has spent 2 weeks at number 6. Bungo Stray Dogs Season 5 has spent 2 weeks at number 7. Bleach 1000 Year Blood War The Separation went down 3 spots to number 8. Sugar Apple Fairy Tale Season 1 Part 2 is a new entry into the top 10, so congratulations to them at number 9. And Undead Murder Farce is a re-entry back into the top 10, and it pops back in at number 10. Heading on over to the Anime Corner rankings, we have this. We have My Happy Marriage also on here, taking up the number 1 spot, so must be because usually, like, you'll see most of the shows be the same shows between Anime Corner and My Anime List, or Anime Trending, but very rarely are like spots the exact same. So that means like this had to be a decent consensus. This must have been an amazing episode, so I gotta watch this episode. And that's at number 1, and it went up 1 spot from rank 2, and it had 10.41% of the vote. Mushoku Tensei Season 2 went up 4 spots from rank. Went up 4 spots from rank 2, bro. It's at rank 2. What are you on about? Anyways, and that got 8.76% of the vote. Bleach 1000 Year Blood War, The Separation, went up 1 spot from rank 4 to rank 3, and that got 8.35% of the vote. Bungo Stray Dogs Season 5 went down 3 spots from rank 1 to rank 4, and that got 7.62% of the vote. Dark Gathering went up 2 spots from rank 7, and that got went up 2 spots from rank 7 to rank 5, and that got 5.4% of the vote. Masamune Kun's Revenge R went up 4 spots from rank 10 to rank 6, and that got 4.79% of the vote. Undead Girl Murder Farce went up 1 rank from rank 8 to rank 7, and that got 4.3% of the vote. The Girl That Like Forgot Her Glasses went up 3 spots from rank 11 to rank 8, and that got 3.33% of the vote. Spy Classroom Season 2 went down 1 spot from rank 8 to rank 9, and that got 2.5% of the vote. Reign of the Seven Spellblades went up 4 spots from rank 14 and got into the top 10 at number 10, and that got 2.38% of the vote. And guys, those are the top 10 anime for this week. And moving on into the last thing on this week's episode of the Otaku Experience, we're going to move on and read your comments and questions from last week's episode. If you want to get a comment or question on the Otaku Experience, all you have to do is go into the comment section down below, leave a comment or a question or a theory or whatever, and I'll read it as long as you're not being mean to me. But yeah, it doesn't even have to be like anime related. You can basically ask me anything and I'll answer it. Or, just say something. And, maybe you disagree with my opinion and you just want to give me a different opinion. That works as well. Hey, shut up. Okay, there we go. So let's get in over to these as well. Okay, here we go. So the first one we have is from Eli Craig, at Eli Craig 2601. And they say, thanks for reading my comment on this episode. Of course, yeah. I hope your shoulder feels better. It does, thank you. I can move it again. I've been using it at work. It is better, but trying to take it easy. Be careful with it. Hayao Miyazaki is able to craft these fantasy worlds that are inspired by other places as if they are real. I went and saw Princess Mononoke as part of G-Kids Ghibli Fest, and Irontown feels like a real place. Other fictional anime worlds do not feel very real to me. I hope that more creators are able to create unique and lived-in worlds like Miyazaki. I completely agree with that. And this has to do with what we were talking about last week, which is Tatsuki Fujimoto, who's the creator and author of Chainsaw Man, was basically saying in an interview that with Miyazaki, he believes is the death or the end of authentic fantasy worlds in anime or authentic fantasy cultures. There's a lot there, so I recommend just going and listening to that if you don't know what we're talking about. But basically, I tended to agree with him in a sense, but I disagreed with him also that I don't think that would be the end of it. I think there would be a section after Miyazaki, whether that's like a decade or like 15 or however many years after Miyazaki, where that doesn't happen. But then whether it's due to audience demand or there's just someone who's really passionate about the craft, they will end up doing that and going forward in that and being able to create more of these authentic worlds like Miyazaki does. But yeah, it's going to be scary once he retires. And then you say, P.S. G-Kids does a little trailer, 30 seconds. I hope G-Kids does a little trailer. 30 seconds would be enough for The Boy and the Heron so it can do well outside Japan. There are already images on Twitter, so I think they should. Yeah. These images just came out. I wish they came out last week. I think, dude, they better. I don't even want 30 seconds. I want a whole trailer. Mainly, I just want to see the images in motion, but yeah. Thanks for the comment, man. Then we had Hot Nem no Goya's Shop Post Toy Yunakur 3916. I'm sure I mispronounced that. And then he said, doing no marketing was a genius decision. It's doing really well without it. They saved a lot of money by not marketing it. Maybe, but okay, they saved a lot of money by not marketing it, but at the same time, if they marketed it, they would have made more money at the box office. So and then more people would have seen it. And so I disagree with you there. But I really do. The first 2 weeks I was like, maybe this was a genius decision. Then we saw how it was pacing with things like Suzume, and, I think that everybody kind of understood that Suzume would probably be just a little bit ahead of it. But then once, especially this week, once the first slam dunk had passed it again in its 5th week, I think that this was obviously not a genius decision because it should be doing much better than it is. Mathology 5710 says, in another timeline, Russia is invading Ukraine purely for the purpose of future anime storylines. Anyways, nice. But this has to do with something I said last week where in conjunction with the Tatsuki Fujimoto situation with Hayao Miyazaki, we talked about, I kind of mentioned as an example, a lot of what the best fantasy or sci-fi or whatever stories were all done in the mid 1900s to late 1900s. And I was like, the reason for that is mainly because a lot of these people experienced a bunch of war, whether they were just following the news or their parents were involved or they had firsthand experience at war, J.R.R. Tolkien. and then they can put that into their work and it feels more authentic. And I was saying there's so much you can learn from researching something, but when you actually experience it, it's a totally different thing. And so you're saying that in another timeline, Russia is invading Ukraine purely for the purpose of future anime storylines, so it can be authentic. Sadly, that's not the world we live in, but I appreciate the joke. I like darker humor, and so I like that. Loyal Fan 99 says, no lol, it's just Japan scrambling to keep up with the global demand. When it moves out of the spotlight, Japan will go out. We'll go back to its old ways. What are we talking about? What did we talk about in this episode? What are the topics here? Box office update, anime movie, anime announcements, premiere, controversial. I don't know what we're talking about. I'm so sorry. I really wish guys. Guys, I don't know what we're talking about here. And then we had, but I appreciate your comment. Carl Wagner 2049 says, short answer, of course not. I think this has to do with the title of this episode, which I said, will anime fantasy worlds die with Miyazaki? Cool. Thanks for your comment. Stone Mark Studio Production says, love the video. Huge fan of the side channels of Rob's, and I'm a huge fan of you as well. Get well soon. Thank you. And I love what Rob's been doing too. I love how the Burnett work's been expanding, and more people are getting involved. And yeah, thank you for the well wishes on the shoulder. I got the KT tape off. You can still see like kind of some of where the residue is left over. I took a shower and I tried to scrub it, and nothing. It got like 50% of it off, so that'll just be a process. But yeah, I'm able to move it again, and be stupid with it, so it'll probably be out soon again. So who's to say? But anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for this week's episode of the Otaku Experience. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this week's episode. And yeah, let me know what you think about the stories that we talked about. Are you happy that the Boy the Heron finally has promotional images? I manifested it single-handedly. It's all me. They in an interview, Hayao Miyazaki's gonna be like, yeah, we watched this great, channel or this great show called the Otaku Experience, where they were talking about that it was like a goofy decision not to market it. And he made some great points, and so we decided to actually start marketing the film. I hope that's the case. Single-handedly, me. I should be invited to the red carpet premiere at TIFF because of this. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. If you want to see more stuff on the Burnett Work, obviously you can. There are so many things that we have here, like Robservations, Midnight Musings, Let's Get Physical Media, K-Pasa PGS, Architects of Imagination, all of our shows, because she does so many things. I still don't know how she does it without dying. I have one show a week, and here I am not able to do it. Some people are built different. And so many other shows. I look forward to seeing you guys in the chat in those shows, because sometimes I'd be lurking there secretly. And I look forward to seeing you guys also here next week in the next episode. That being said, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next week.